What is happening, my YT Gizang? Y'all already know what it is, man. This is your boy Rio. And if you are new, then welcome to the channel. Now, today we finna be going up to Cleveland because somebody got to tell me what's going on. All right, I'm pretty sure you all know, y'all already know what's going on up there, in which the Cleveland Browns decided to sign or re-sign a former NFL quarterback in their organization. All right, and I'm trying to stay calm about this whole situation, but I already know when it comes to the aunties, the Shadur Sanders fans, the Colorado fans, they are livid, okay? They are livid. They not the only ones livid. Chad, Ocho, Cinco, and my boy Shannon Sharp over there at Nightcap, they had a whole lot of words to say about this situation also. And we finna get into that, man. But before we get into that video, make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel. We trying to get to 2.3K. So if you guys can help me out with that, I would gladly appreciate it. And make sure y'all get down in them comments below and let me know how y'all feeling about this whole situation. Let's see what they had to say.
What are the Browns doing?
I don't know what they're doing. We don't know what they've done the last 35 quarters.
Do they know? Are we sure they know what they're doing?
They don't. Have they known what they're doing since that franchise has been established? Have they figured it out yet? Because the last good quarterback, no disrespect to the quarterbacks that have played for the Cleveland Browns, the last one that has been of decency has been Bernie Kosar, if I'm not mistaken. There you go. That's no disrespect to any of the quarterbacks that have played there, but it is what it is. We talk about consistency. Have we had one for a decade that we've been able to lean on and build around? So how do we?
That's the problem that you have, Ocho.
How are we supposed to trust this organization when it comes to choosing quarterbacks at the position when they haven't figured it out all these years? All of a sudden, now they got all the now they got all the sense.
You know what, Ocho? You know what we do here on Nightcap.
Come on, talk to me now.
When they want to give you a serious look, Ocho, you and I both played this game for a long period of time. When they want to give a receiver a serious look, they let him run with the ones. They don't continuously see what he can do with the twos and threes. They drafted Shedeur in the 5th round. They're not expecting much of Shedeur. They didn't, because if they thought that much of him, they'd have drafted him higher. If they thought that much of him, they would have given him a fair opportunity. But that's not what they've done. And I'm not, look, that's their organization. They run it how they see fit. But I don't know, in people in Cleveland, I don't know how you would still have trust in this organization, considering how many quarterbacks, and every quarterback they say, oh, he's franchised, he's franchised.
Look, man, I'm going to remain calm in this video, and I'm going to try to think positive, okay? I'm trying to think positive. When I look at this situation, the only thing I could think of, the only reason I feel like they decided to re-sign this young man is because they're hurt when it comes to the QB room. All right, you got Dylan Gabriel, he's dealing with an injury. You got Kenny Pickett, he's hurt, bro. Like, even though he's getting a little reps, we know he's hurt, but he's really trying to get back out there on the field. Don't know why, but whatever. So because of that, we know Joe Flacco, you know, he's not going to go out there and be playing a lot in the preseason, in which that really solidifies that he's 9 times out of 10 going to be the starter going into the regular season. All right. And then you get to Shadur Sanders, right? Before they decided to get him, in my head, I'm thinking this is the best, this is the grand opportunity for Shadur Sanders to go out there and showcase his skills. Everything is starting to line up for him to where he can really go out here and showcase himself on why he deserves to be the QB1, right? And I hate to say it, due to the injuries, it just lined up for him. All of the arguments we done had this whole time, you know, on why Shadur Sanders not getting with the ones, why is this, why is that? God just lined it up for him, right? That's how I viewed it. I said, okay, it's meant to be. It's meant to be. But now you go and get another guy, right? Which, like I said, I'm trying to stay positive about the situation. Just maybe they do value Shadur Sanders a lot, in which they had to go get this man because they don't want to put too much pressure on Shadur Sanders in the preseason, because at the end of the day, they do know that this young man is going to be QB1 eventually. But then here's where it takes a turn. This is where the whole negative start to take over the positive. I think to myself, Rio, ain't no way possible. If that is your positive, bro, you crazy. Because They have shown us continuously, time after time after time, since the time he got into the league to now. There has been no positive outcome when it comes to Shadur Sanders. This man is facing every single adversity, bro. They are not giving him no break. This man had to fight his way through the minicamp. He made it through the minicamp. This man got to fight his way through training camp. Still not getting reps. These players, these quarterbacks that are in front of him are injured right now. They are injured. And they are still managing to get more reps than this man on the first team being injured. How, Sway? But at the end of the day, man, we gonna see. We're gonna see what happens. I mean, we only got a couple more days. We're gonna see what goes down. But like I said, man, I still don't get it. You know, even if they bring this young man in and all this good stuff, bro, like the players are hurt. Your QBs are hurt. And Shadur Sanders is still not getting reps with the ones, a lot of reps with the ones. It don't add up to me. The math ain't mathing. But look, I wanted to show you guys this other video because 92.3 The Fan, they really wanted to question the Shadur Sanders fans. They really wanted to see how the fans will feel in a certain situation. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
What to the Shedeur fans? And be honest, because so many of you don't really care about the Browns. You care about Shadur Sanders.
Yes,
I want to hear from those fans. If they are coming into this with an open mind, that if it is Shedeur starting this game, that are they going to overreact one way or another?
Oh, yeah. I think of the conspiracy theorists. You're setting me up for viral clips. I understand that. The conspiracy theorists will be more adamant than ever that the Browns are going out of their way to put the screws to Shedeur.
Because if he goes out there and looks awful, there are justifications for that. They haven't really given him serious reps, and now all of a sudden they're like, go start a football game that everybody's going to be watching to see you. At the same time, if he balls out,
you're saying
if he plays well,
it might be nicer for him if Tyler Huntley starts that game?
I am asking from their point of view if they think that's a good spot for him or a bad spot for him.
Look, I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Yeah, they know exactly how the fans going to feel. They know exactly what it's going to be. Even if you try to think positive about this situation, just like I just tried to think positive about it, at the end of the day, bro, the math still don't math. So people are going to be livid. They're going to be livid. If this man was out here getting reps with the ones and stuff like that, then maybe people would be more lenient. But because they see nothing but mistreatment going on up there, that's just how I feel. That's how I feel the Shadur Sanders fans see it. You get what I'm saying? They feel like he is being mistreated up there because of the fact that he is the only one that's not getting reps with the ones. But at the end of the day, man, we're going to see on Friday night, you know, what they going to do with my boy Shadur Sanders. And at that point, that's when we will judge things. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about this whole situation, man. Please tell me what's going on up there in Cleveland. Get down in the comments below, man. Let me know how y'all feel. I love you guys. I got to get up out of here. I'm going to get at y'all on the next one. Yeti.